Hey guys, it's JJ. Welcome back to the Texans franchise. We are diving into another off-season now. Usually I do it in two parts. I guess technically three. Part one is just a small video where I go over stats and like awards usually as well, so that I just know what the team is looking like and what we're gonna have to focus on in the off-season. We lost both our coordinators to head coaching jobs at the Broncos, and I think the other one was the Eagles. So we gotta get in a couple of new guys, and Kevin Thompson seems like a good guy to me. He has a West Coast zone run thingy. It's kind of close enough-ish, I guess. And for defense, we're gonna take Justin Henderson. He runs the defensive playbook from the Bills, and I think that's also the one that I'm running, so that aligns pretty well. But usually I feel like those coordinators don't matter too much. Now, retirements. We have Joanne James. That's our only retiree. He was a backup tackle. Nobody that saw the field a whole bunch, so we're not gonna lose a whole lot. But yeah, gotta go find a new tackle then to back up the starting tackles. I guess I actually don't even need any because I still have Stephen Greenberry. But yeah, let's take a small look at regression. This team is pretty young. There's not a whole lot of old players, but Marcus Mariota is going to be gone definitely. He lost so much. Andy Janovich does not look like the best or second best fullback in the league anymore, so probably gonna let him test. Corey Davis lost 29 in regression. He still has contract, so we're gonna see after preseason if we need to cut him, but for now he stays. Eric McCoy, to my surprise, even though he's 29, did not have any regression at all. I was gonna let him test, but without any regression, I'm kind of planning on keeping him around now. Then we've got Mark Glowinski, who was a backup guard. He was supposed to mentor Greg Springs, our starter, and but yeah, he's also gonna be gone. Grover Stewart, his contract ends. He also lost a dev. He's now a normal dev player, so I think he's gonna be gone as well. Desmond King lost -12. He still has contract here, I think. Nah, hang on. I don't think he has a contract here anymore, but I think he's still going to be good enough as a slot. Kendall Sheffield, he is down there. I don't think I'm going to re-sign this guy. Kaimi Fairbairn actually didn't lose anything in regression, or not a whole lot at least, but he gained Star Dev for a kicker of the year and then lost it immediately. And then we have Cameron Johnston. Yeah, losing 4 kick power doesn't bode well. So, few players that we might consider replacing. And then we're gonna have a look at the mock draft. There's a few first-round quarterbacks in this, but there's also a few really good offensive linemen that I like. Top 2 tackles here. Man, if I could get Dave Williams, I would love that, because that would solve our problem of having to pay a lot of money to our starting tackles right now. And then at 16, Michael Clifford here. That guy looks pretty good. So if I get a chance to take him, or James Sheard here at 20 to the Seahawks, those are 2 guys. Actually, Orlando Daniels as well at 22. We have so many defensive tackles here in this draft class, and I definitely need some. We are set to lose our top 2 defensive tackles. Maybe I bring one of them back or something. I don't know exactly, but we might have to think of something here. We have 2 first-round picks, so that might be an option to just get at least one defensive tackle here. Re-signing stage. We're gonna let Brandon Milner test. He's 26. He hasn't developed a bunch, so he's gonna be gone. Amari Hamilton, open to bringing him back. Actually, I'm gonna do that right now. He's just solid depth. He's only 23 years old, and he's a good athlete, so let's keep him on the roster. And then Kenyon Green is the big decision. I think he just got superstar dev, And I think that's why I want to keep him around now. When last season was happening, which is at this point a year ago of real life, I feel like I wanted to get rid of him because he hadn't developed a whole bunch, but now with Superstar Dev, he's still 25 years old. I'll try to resend him. It didn't work, then I'll franchise tag him. There's nobody else I'm gonna franchise tag anyway. Everybody else is like a backup or replacement. Yeah, I'm overpaying by 10 million, but look at the top right corner, dude. We have 140 million in cap space. So let's try to get Eric McCoy back now, since he didn't have any regression, and he also stays. So that sounds good to me. Let's continue here. Javon Kinlaw. Yeah. He hasn't regressed, so I guess I'll try to keep him around, but he isn't very interested, so I don't think this is gonna work. 9 million, didn't work. He's gonna test. I mean, he's an 80 overall. You can find an 80 overall defensive tackle in free agency. That doesn't really bother me. Grover Stewart lost a fair bit on regression. He's 32 years old. Let's just let him test, and we can always bring him back if there's nothing out there. And then Desmond King, yeah, his contract was up, and I will re-sign him if he wants to, and he is happy to sign. So that is at least like a band-aid, and we'll see if we can find somebody even better at the slot corner spot. Now, we have Andy Janovich. I already talked about it. He regressed quite a bit. He's not like the second best fullback in the league anymore, so I'm gonna let him test, see what's out there. Kendall Sheffield, contract up as well. He has the same skill set as the other slot corner, so gonna let him test. Cameron Johnston, let him test. Christian Harris, let him test. Kaimi Fairbairn, he didn't lose a bunch in regression, so I might be bringing him back, but I want to see what's out there in free agency. Maybe we can even upgrade, but we had the kicker of the year, so there's a good chance I'll bring him back. Mark Lewinsky definitely gone. I think we can find a little bit better depth at this point. Terrell Ridley, 20. Well, I mean, I guess he's 24. Maybe I bring him back, but not now. Tegan Kitoriano, yeah, he's gone. 64 speed dude. No, Jesus Christ. Johnny Buchanan, a 24-year-old edge rusher at 69 overall. I will bring him back because every time this guy marches onto the field and plays a snap, like, he has an impact and you can see it. So I'll bring that guy back, definitely. Let's go back over there. Mariota, gone. Don't need him anymore. We will find a new backup quarterback. 63 overall is not enough anymore. Matthew Dunlap, yeah, 66 overall at age 25. Hasn't panned out so far. And then a third quarterback, 57 overall at age 28. Also going to be gone. Now, let's look what is out there in free agency. We have $120-something million in cap space. Yes, we have. And this is really disappointing. There is nothing. Nobody over an 85 overall. Oh, that doesn't look good. And the saddest part is, all of those positions, we are set. Like, we don't need anybody of those top players. Maybe the punter, but he's not interested in coming to us. So let's not do that. And that does not look great. But there is a couple defensive tackles here. 81 overalls. Might go after one of them. We'll see in a second. So this is my first targeted players for the first round. We have Kenny Moore, who is an even better slot corner. And then we also have a couple defensive tackles and a fullback and a quarterback. And we got all of them. So Kenny Moore, BJ Hill, Grover Stewart, Kyle Juszczyk, and Teddy Bridgewater is going to be our new backup. So we've got a fullback and a quarterback. The offense is now set. We don't need anybody anymore. Maybe a backup guard or something. Second round, we have got a few more players. I got a backup tight end, a third quarterback actually, a punter, a kicker, and let's see how this is going to work out. My signings, and now we have signed punter Corey Bojorquez, Got him. Then De'Ami Brown, a backup receiver. I was like, let's just try him out. He might be better than Corey Davis as like a fifth receiver. And then Kaimi Fairbairn, brought him back. And then I got Jelani Woods because we lost 2 tight ends in free agency. So bring one of them in. And Sam Howell just like in case we have 2 injuries at quarterback. And then I tried to get in Ted Karras as a backup center. He accepts and our free agency is done. Don't need to do anything else anymore. Man, those 2 top tackles, Derek Beasley and Dave Williams. If I could get my hands on one of them, that would be amazing. But we can't trade up that far. Like, we have the 17th overall pick. And then Michael Clifford climbs up the board. He's now a top 10 pick. Yeah, I'm not feeling good about getting Michael Clifford. It might take too much, but we'll see. There is a bunch of defensive tackles that I also like. James Sheard is one of them. Keenan Brown is actually not one of them. LaShawn Galloway, the tackle at 22. That guy is really good as well. And then Orlando Daniels going at 27 here to the Giants is pretty solid as well. So I might just stay at 17, pick my favorite defensive tackle, and that's going to be fine. And then with my second pick, I might try to get a corner, like a slot corner. I know you don't draft slot corners in the first round, but like if I can get a superior talent, why wouldn't I? And there is a couple of guys that have good man-to-man coverage and don't suck at tackling, so might go target those guys. For fifth year options here, we had Alex Day and now we have Jamie Cantu. I treat this like this. So if somebody is playing well and I already know I want to re-sign them, why would I go for the 5th year option? I'm just going to re-sign them after the 4th year is over, because in real life, those players might hold out if you try to 5th year option them. And 5th year option for me is like a trial year, like a prove it deal. And if they play well in the 5th year, then I re-sign them. And but Alex Day, he's like a superstar, so I definitely will re-sign him. There is no debate about that. I'll just move the re-signing up a year, and we have so much cap space, it doesn't really matter. Now what I'm doing here, I already know 90% on all those defensive tackles, so I just scout a few of those corners and see what sticks, because I know only 50% completion of their scouting profile so far. So we're gonna check out Matthew Duval, Damian Howard, and Victor Porter. We'll see how that's gonna go. Mock draft 5, Dave Williams, man, at 3. Oh, that guy looks unbelievable. That guy looks so unreal. He looks almost as good as Sean Keaton from my Eagles franchise. Like, that guy is ridiculously good. Michael Clifford at 8. Yeah, I think it's taking too much to get up there when I have comparable defensive tackles like in my range. Because look, we're picking here at 17. I think this is Dallas's pick or something. James Sheard goes at 19. And then we have the other defensive tackles even further down the board. That is ridiculous. Did I miss them? Orlando Daniels and what was James Sheard? Maybe I missed them. But like, those guys look eerily similar. And if I get a chance to take one of them, I think that's fine as well. Jamison Williams is going to go to the Titans. That's not good news for us. We're going to see this guy twice a year now. But with all the other signings, most of them don't really have a big impact on us. Just generally because the class was this bad. Like, they're just not good enough players. Now, Damian Howard, his scouting profile, 5'11 and 180 to 23-year-old. So he's 23 from the get-go, you know. He has average athleticism, C-zone coverage, D-injury. That's not the guy. And I would have to pick him higher than the others. Matthew Duval, 5'11, 185, 21 years old. Out of DBU. Great excel, great speed, great strength. With B-man, a lot of C's, but injuries an A. And I feel very confident that this guy is like a good first round pick. Victor Porter, 6'3", 181, 21 years old. He's a lot bigger than I want him to be for a slot corner. He has solid speed, but right now I think I might be targeting Matthew Duval if it ever comes to it. If I really go pick up a slot corner, I think it might be Duval. Now we're just gonna take a quick peek at the team. Angelo Mendoza, Teddy Bridgewater, Sam Howell. Quarterback room is set. We didn't lose or add anybody to the running back room. We are set. Dakota McKenzie is gonna start, obviously. I might even try to trade or cut Travis Etienne. We really don't need him. If we need somebody that's fast and can catch the football, we have a receiver turned running back as a backup as well. We have a fullback. We have 6 receivers. No need to add anybody here. We can go 4 deep without any issues at all. Justin Ross, Devian Davenport on the outside, Thierry as a backup to them, AJ Lincoln in the slot, and then De'Ami Brown could fill in wherever. I think that's fine. We have 4 tight ends, which is already more than I want to have, even though we lost 2 this offseason. But Devine and Hamilton are from the practice squad, so I think I probably might be cutting 1 or 2 of them. Offensive line, we have Jedrick Wills and the backup, that's fine. We have Kenyon Green and the backup, that's fine. We still have McCoy and his backup, now signed as Ted Karras. That's fine. We have Greg Springs. And then on the other side, we have Tristan Wirfs, the best tackle in the game, with a backup. That's more than fine. We have Matthew Starks and Martin Monroe. We have Ryan Springs and Johnny Buchanan. I don't think I need to pick or try to get any edge rushers. We have 4 defensive tackles. I think we're set there. Deacon Stallworth will play definitely, even though he's just third one. We have 6 linebackers. Jamie Cantu, Chris Portillo, the 2 top guys, and then, well, a couple others that don't really matter too much. And then we have the best corner duo in the league, Alex Day and Derek Stingley. Can't be better than that. And now we have added Kenny Moore to be the slot corner. How can you beat this quarterback trio? There is no way. But also, we have both our slot corners are over 30, so there's definitely a need to add somebody. It's just not for this year. And then we have 3 safeties, all of which I am really happy with, so no need to change anything. We have a kicker and a punter, and we have a bunch of draft picks. So what I have to say about this roster: if we had to do the draft without any pick at all, if we traded away all of our picks into the future, I think we could win a Super Bowl with this team. There is just nothing to change about that team, and nobody to add in the draft that could help us win a Super Bowl this year. So this draft is only going to be best player available with a heavy focus on securing the future. We have a bunch of players that might be gone in the next couple of years, and we need to replace them probably, because we also have to hand out a lot of contracts to all these rookies, starting with Alex Day, but it's gonna go on. And yeah, of course, if you enjoyed this video, I would appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up, subscribe and ring the bell for notifications. That's gonna do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.